Hello, and I am back here on the channel. It is nighttime. I have just got myself some T-Bell. Yeah, that's right. I'm outside of T-Bell. My little local shack, eating a taco for the working man. That's right, because I represent all nationality. Oh, that's terrible. Don't say that, Lee. Be politically correct. I'm half Puerto Rican. I can make Hispanic jokes. Anyways, I wanted to talk to you guys today because, as always, Brie Larson just keeps on giving me material. I really don't want to always focus on this. I saw a great movie. I'm probably going to shoot one more live stream. It was 5 feet apart. I really didn't know much about the actors who were in it, but a great film. Really loved it. Kind of creepy. Older gent in the middle with a bunch of teenagers who know the young actors, but it was a fan tickets, and I got to see it a little bit earlier. And yeah, I was perusing around, and there had been a video going around. I hadn't got a chance to see it a lot, but I finally got a chance to see it. If you don't know about Anna, that Star Wars girl, she has a great and marvelous channel, and I was watching some of this interview. It was like a breakdown, and OMG, Brie Larson does not have any kind of tact whatsoever. Like, none. Like, I have never seen anyone who interviews so terribly in my life. So the interview is all cringe all the way through, and she carries about her this like smugness that's just, oh, she has got to be one of the worst human beings I think I've seen in my life. And that's saying something. I've seen a lot of people who are not nice people, kind of deplorable. She fits in that smug Hollywood elitist group that's just so full of themselves because of one achievement. And it is so bad. It is so bad. And this interview kind of goes off the rails a bit. And so the first thing I want to point out is, I guess Disney, as a promotional thing, had asked her to put on her Captain Marvel get up for the kids, for attractions and things like that, like normal Marvel people do. Now, keep in mind, this isn't a Downey Jr. kind of thing. This isn't a full set of suit. It isn't a CGI Hulk, Darth Vader get up. There's a lot required. It's literally like spandex, okay? You could literally put this stuff on in 5 minutes. And she condescendingly talks about how she's not thrilled, but she's contracted to do this. To which Jimmy Kimmel, as much as I hate him, tries hard in salvaging her. And says, well, I'd do it, and kind of joking around, throwing jokes here and there. And the way she speaks to him is kind of insulting, but like just the way she answers questions is so irritating, is the only way I could put it. It's just like, you are getting paid $5 million. This is part of your gig. I don't understand her whole position, and it shows in her acting about how she kind of looks like she doesn't even want to be there. Like, this role is beneath her. Now, let's flash back to Robert Downey Jr. when he was starting out. Do you think the role was beneath him? Probably. Have you seen his body of work? Robert Downey Jr. is an accomplished actor. If I got my facts straight, he has won multiple Oscars, okay? He has been nominated multiple times. Okay, so your one Oscar does not even touch his accomplishments, okay? In film alone. Now, Robert Downey Jr. took Marvel because he had an image problem and he wanted to fix that problem. He went through a lot of personal things. and he got himself together, and Iron Man was a reflection of Robert Downey Jr.'s own battles with substance abuse and with alcohol. And it shows in how he plays the character to its truest form. So Brie, wake up. This is a gift horse. You've been literally given the pony to the show and protected like no one I've ever seen before. Now, the next comment. She goes and they're talking and making jokes, and she talks about not liking some coworkers. She's only ever done 3 movies. And it's been reported that Scarlett Johansson and the girl who plays Scarlet Witch don't like her and don't like the fact that she's coming in new and pushing out their characters. So, it is amazing to me that you have the gall to think you've established yourself enough to insult both the males and the females for the upcoming movie you're starring in. And Disney and Marvel lets her run her mouth. I can't fathom, from a business sense, what they are thinking with this. Oh, it is so bad. It is so bad every day. I kid you not. Go on YouTube tomorrow. Go look at your local, even the major media. Every day, this woman continuously says something stupid. It's amazing. It's a gift. I'm pretty sure it's her power. Every single day. Not one day I've woken up where I haven't looked on my feed and gone, okay, but Brie Larson, looks like I gotta do another video. Because this girl is endless material and we're the trolls. I wasn't on Jimmy Kimmel. Put me on Jimmy Kimmel, I would say a bunch of outlandish stuff to promote myself. I'm 76 subs. I would literally streak across Jimmy Kimmel's show to get some viewership. But that's just me, and I'm a small channel. You are an actress representing a company's product. Like, oh, why? I don't understand it. I struggle to understand it. So anyways, then next she talks about Sam Jackson, and he takes a trip with Magic Johnson, and they talk about how he doesn't invite everything. It's kind of like a trip that him and his buddy does every single time. Then Jimmy Kimmel throws his jokes in there about how he would like to be there, and she does the most cringiest, like I like to be there kind of a thing. And the whole interview is awkward. It's awkward and strange and weird, and even look at the interview, look at Jimmy Kimmel's face, it makes him so uncomfortable. He is like, this has got to be when the host has that one guest that they're trying to help out, but they're not getting the hint. That's that kind of feel that you get from watching this. It is, by the definition of the word going around, it is cringe. Straight cringe. Like, the cringiest moments. Like, I am glad Anna, that Star Wars girl, suffered through rewatching this, because I would never do a side-by-side like that. I couldn't. After the first 5 minutes of hearing her talk, I'd be done. It's done. It's over with. I can't handle this much stupidity in one string of words. It's amazing. And literally, this is what she talks like. She goes, like, oh my God, like, I got this great opportunity, and, like, oh my God, this is just so amazing, and, oh my God, they want me to wear, like, this Captain Marvel get-up, and, oh my God, I don't know what to do. It's just so hard being me and going around the world and shooting with all these people, and I don't know what I'm doing. It's like, lady, get off your high horse already. Please. We don't care. if anyone tunes into that show, they were sitting there probably going, when's the next guest coming on? Ugh. Why would you listen to 20 minutes of that? Oh, so bad. So bad. I literally get a migraine thinking about how bad this interview is. Oh, golly. It's terrible. 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 And Brie does this to herself. I mean, really, this is the definition of someone doing something to themselves. She does it to herself. Non-stop. Doesn't end. Every day. I feel she gets up in the morning, puts on her $1,000 wares and everything, and just thinks about how she could mess up this marketing and possibly mess up Endgame. That's what she must do. There is no excuse for this. And I want to shoehorn in the Avengers trailer because the SJW, the new Endgame trailer, the SJWs go nuts for this. So they're protesting because Brie Larson, and I kid you not, Brie Larson has makeup on. Oh no! She wants to look good. She doesn't want to look like the typical SJW who has purple hair and who's sitting there angry, hating males, and has wore makeup since the day she was born. Oh my goodness! She's the typical woman who wants to actually look good for the role she's in. Let's lynch the Russo brothers. They must be misogynistic because that's their definition of what a female should look like. Are you kidding me? Oh, this is just non-stop, torturous, masochistic fun. I mean, literally, these people have sent dirty, derogatory comments to the film's creators on Twitter saying words I'm not going to say because I don't swear on my channel, but blank them. They're a bunch of misogynistic idiots who just degrade women. And it's like, Brie Larson got paid $5 million. If they wanted her to show up riding a donkey with a big, long, fluffy cape, then that's her job. That's her job. She is getting paid to act in a movie directed by the Russo brothers. Directed as in given a direction and following it. It goes back to high school when the teacher used to give you directions, to sit in your seat, and that's what you had to do because you're in their school. But no, not these days. Not these days. Because the SJWs have a narrative. They have a narrative that they are the oppressed people who are the eternal victims, and they need to play the victim card because that's their lot in life. And they live like under the Eeyore syndrome where everything is doom and gloom. And oh my goodness, I'm a woman. I'm oppressed. I am mistreated. I blah, 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 blah. That's how they talk nonstop. And this film is perpetuating it. Brie Larson is single-handedly championing SJW politics. And she doesn't hide it. She says it. She clouds it under feminism, and this isn't true feminism. Don't get your causes mixed up. This is not feminism. Feminism was established in a time where women were really suffering and struggling through real problems and had real issues and were really being held back, where they couldn't vote and they were expected to cook and clean. And it was an older time that I wasn't born in. And it hasn't existed. It's a myth. It's a myth. These things haven't existed for years. Years and years and years and years. They don't exist. Men and women both have been contributing to each other's relationships now for years. For years. I get passionate about this, but it's been a long time. And the fact that these talk show hosts are allowing this to happen and pandering to these people is ridiculous. ridiculous. Have some self-respect. Don't allow guests like this. Why? It doesn't give you ratings, Jimmy. Your show has been in decline for years. You're being saved by the network. Jay Leno, his show is in decline. David Letterman. All of these big wig people who used to be relevant don't matter because people don't want to hear it. People don't want these guests. These elitists coming on and telling them how they suffer through doing their job. Their job. That's not suffering. Come into the theater for a couple of hours and listen to the shenanigans we put up with. Okay? Go to your fast food chain. Look at those people. That's suffering. You get paid to travel around the world, promote movies, have people look up to you, take pictures, sign autographs. That's not suffering. Really? I just don't know what to say. And this is who you want little girls to look up to. You want my little girl to see her and think this is how you're supposed to act? That you're supposed to have this self-righteous view? That you're supposed to put a group of individuals down to make yourself feel better? This is the message they're sending out. And it's the wrong message. It stands against everything I teach as a martial arts instructor. It stands against everything that I stand for as a human being. And I will continue to make videos as long as this goes down. For every film where they prop these views up, for every person who comes out and says something, we need to say something back. Because opinions and facts matter. Debating matters. These issues matter. And if we stand by silent and let our kids think that this is the way you're supposed to talk to people, it's an infection that spreads to the next generation. And the next thing you know, you've got about a couple thousand more of these idiots coming out of the woodwork spreading nonsense. And we're done. So, getting back on topic, it was a cringy interview. It was terrible. And Brie at it again. You know, back at it again. They really need to get a hold of their actress and explain to her what promoting is all about and tell her to stop killing any aspect that's good of this movie. Because Captain Marvel has a good showing now, but you give her 5 more independent films, they're not going to be strong in the box office. It's just not going to happen. And there isn't enough stories to make this character good. But anyways, you know, this is the state we're in. If you liked the video, click the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave comments below. Thank you for everyone who's been leaving comments. 76 subs. I'm growing like I have planned on doing. I'm like the little channel that could. And it's only because of you guys. You guys are leaving me comments. You're giving me suggestions. I'm a critic for you guys, so I do movies for you as well. I just don't see my own movies and give you critiques. I also take suggestions. I've done it for a lot of reviews. I've done back-to-back reviews on films suggested by the fans here. Now, when I get really big, it's going to be harder to get to everyone, especially with this news and the rants and the satire that I do on the side here. But, yeah, it's just been a heavy news day. I'm going to bring you that review of 15 Feet Apart later on tonight and review a good movie with a good message with stand-up actors who are promoting a good cause. Because CF is a thing I never knew about. And look it up. It's a terrible disease. And I think this movie should be praised for the way that they handle it and make it a love story. It's a great film. But my suggestion to you is stop seeing this movie and go see real films. Go see Fighting with My Family. See a real female character that I grew up with. A real person, Paige, who transcended the boundaries of the WWE at the time, became the youngest female champion in WWE history, and her struggles and trials. Those were real. Go see Alita. real character growth. Go see 15 Feet Apart. Real character growth, real struggle, a real disease, a real plot, a real story. Don't feed into Captain Marvel. She's not what you want kids idolizing. She's not. Brie Larson is not a role model. She just isn't. She is a horrendous person, and it's really sad that this is the person Hollywood is propping up to be this female savior and lead these kids into these ideals that these sick people have in their head. Okay? But judge with your own eyes. Form your own opinions. Make your own views. And don't just follow one side or the other. Look at all sides and then judge. As always, this is Lee, and I and Goose the Cat, the future Oscar winner, will see you